Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday. This is Gigi. This is Walking 1K with Gigi. But Gigi is not going to be walking in all of this rain this morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing and we're glad in it. Yes, I'm here at the track because sometimes, I drop our grandson off for school, and then I come out here to the track. And sometimes when it looks like it's gonna rain, and by the time I get to the track, it's cleared up, but not today. It is raining cats and dogs. But in any case, again, this is a day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it because we need the rain. I know my string beans is really gonna like this. I tell you, my string beans I planted, man, they are growing out of the box. I got to take a picture of that. Pastor said he might have to put some sticks and stuff to support it, but oh my goodness, I know my plants are gonna love this rain on today. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day, a beautiful day. And if you can't get your steps in, like we can't get them in today, get them in around the house, and maybe later on when it clears up, you can go out there and get your steps. Because I was looking at my Fitbit. I've already gotten 800 steps just moving around and doing what I do on in the morning. But good morning. I got a gym nugget for today on this rainy day. And again, I'm inspired by our daily bread devotional. Today's devotional, when I read the first verse, I had to read it again because a lot of times we think about it, and the Bible always tells us that we need to help people, and especially people that are strangers and things like that, and foreigners and so forth. But when I read this, I had to read it twice because it's emphasizing that we need to help our own people as well. And I was, this is something that's very passionate to my husband, that we help our people. Yes, we love everybody, and yes, we should help everybody else, even outside of our circle. But we really need to help those that are in our circle as well. And so my gym nugget today is truly being your brother's helper. Truly being your brother's helper. Now, their title is a helping hand for today. But in Leviticus, the 25th chapter, there were two rituals and traditions that they had, and both of them is in Leviticus 25. First of all, every 7 years, the people of Israel and all who lived with them were to stop their agricultural pursuits and live off only what the ground yielded. It was like the day of rest. That's like when God made everything, and then he rested on the seventh day. So the 7 year, they would give the land rest, and nobody did any work or anything like that, and they enjoyed the fruit. Everybody enjoyed the fruit of the land. And then there was another thing that they did every 50 years. That 50th year was called the year of Jubilee. And not only did they let the land rest, everybody's debts were canceled. Everybody's debts were canceled. And even for those that were foreigners and things like that. But the emphasis was that everyone took care of each other, each Israelite. This is what it says in verse 35. It says, that rain is really coming down. It says, if any of your fellow Israelites become poor, your brothers become poor and are unable to support themselves among you, help them as you would a foreigner and stranger, so they can continue to live among you. I thought that was interesting because I said I had to read that again because there was an instruction also that the Israelites were to help those that were foreigners because they had been foreigners. But this is turned around, so you need to help your fellow brethren during this year of Jubilee. And they gave them further instructions. It said, do not take interest or any profit for them, but fear your God. Because of your fear and respect for God, but fear your God so that they may continue to live among you. You must not lend them money at interest or sell them food at a profit. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt to give you the land of Canaan and to be your God. So God is even emphasizing that we need to take care of our own. You know, I love this story here that was in the devotional because it was telling how in Coronado, California, there were laws that restricted Black people and immigrants in the United States from renting or buying property. But there was a Black man named Gus Thompson who'd been born into slavery, but he had purchased land earlier before these rules came out, and he built a boarding home in Coronado before these discriminating laws were passed. So Gus, he rented to Black people, he rented to Asian people, immigrants, and everything. And so he eventually, Asian family that he had rented to, he eventually sold the land to them. And then nearly 85 years later, after selling the property, some of the members of that Asian family, they donated their proceeds from the sale to help Black college students. Oh, that was awesome. And they are working to name a center at the San Diego State University after this Black man, Gus, and his wife, Emma. So they were concerned about helping their own, even though there were laws against helping people of their own race, of Black and brown people. Oh my goodness. And so it continues to tell us that Leviticus speaks of doing the same thing, of treating each other well because of our reverent, you know, it goes back to that cross again. Because of our love for God, we should love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind. Then love, oh my goodness, love our neighbors, love our brothers as ourselves. Oh my goodness. And so we are supposed to do that even to our own, our own, our own. Yes, it's good to take. So that covers everybody. That covers everybody. And I love that. I just want to read this here. It says, out of reverent fear, respect for God, they were to help those who'd fallen on hard times, even their own brothers and sisters, and weren't able to take care of themselves. They were to treat them, their own brothers, as if they would treat a foreigner and a stranger. So that really stood out to me. And the question is asked, who needs help in your own community, in your own family, in your community? Oh my goodness. And how can you extend care to them? And see, that's what it's all about. That is truly being your brother's helper. I started to say keeper. That's the same thing too. But really that part about helping, and they set aside every 50 years, the year of Jubilee, that they, oh my goodness, wouldn't it be great if every 50 years here in the United States, we would have a year that would be debt free? That would be awesome. That would be all thing. We need to go back to that. But that is truly being your brother's helper. Oh my goodness. Well, that's all I got today. I thought that was really good and very relative to these times, helping our brothers. Oh my goodness, our brothers and sisters in our communities. Oh my goodness. So it's Tuesday. So that means it is Church School Live. I'm going to be sharing the lesson from the International Sunday School lessons, and it is Worship is Restored. Worship is restored. You know, I kind of started the conversation last week. If something happened to our places of worship, would we even be concerned about restoring worship? We're going to get into it tonight. We're going to get into it tonight because they were concerned, they were passionate about being able to worship and their houses of worship. So we're going to get into that tonight, coming from the book of Ezra, So tune in tonight at 7 p.m. on the Gem Nugget channel and Facebook Live, because I know y'all come on. I love it when y'all come on, because like the word says, blessed are the day that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. And I love it when y'all come on and we share, and iron sharpens iron, and we're growing in the word through these weekly Sunday school lessons. So tune in tonight at 7 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe to the Gem Nugget channel. We're at 49.8. We're getting close to that $50,000 mark. Oh my goodness. And also, today is May the 13th. This is the deadline to support Grace and Twine Ministry by voting at Cooper Hurley. They're doing this project, helping the nonprofits like Grace and Twine Ministry. This is the deadline just to get in your vote. So if you have not voted, tell your people, tell your community, help us out, help us out just by voting. Tell everybody you know, go and vote. It's voteforacause.com. This is the deadline. Voteforacause.com, and help Grace and Twine Ministries. A little drop down box. Hit it. One vote, one vote. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. And one more thing. You know what? When I was thinking about this lesson this morning, a helping hand and truly being your brother's helper. You know, help can come in many, many ways. You know, I've been asking you and inviting you to get one of my Walking 1K with Gigi shirts. And, you know, I had set up, you know, the store and everything. And I know people had been asking about getting it, and even my friends, all of you, even over in Kenya. And I was wondering why, you know, I won't get in what I was supposed to be getting. Well, one of our dear church members, she called. She said, you know what? I'm trying to order a shirt, but it's not showing me my options for the colors and my options for the size. And so when I went back there, sure enough, that was the problem. And I want to thank my dear sister for letting me know. That's helping a sister out and helping each other. And then those that have expertise in certain areas, oh my goodness, that can help you out. So I had to go to my daughter-in-law, Lynette, because she's a computer guru, and I want to give a shout out to her. And I said, help, in so many words. And she has that expertise. And so my dear daughter-in-law helped me, and she went in there, and you know, she does it in a snap, you know, and she's got my store set up. So now if you have had problems trying to order my shirt, it's all set up. So I want to thank my dear church member. I also want to thank my dear daughter-in-law, because that's different types of way that we can help each other out in our community and among each other in the church as well. So again, now you can go, because a lot of you even in Kenya was asking, you know, how can I get it? And I kept giving it out, and I was wondering what was going on. But anyway, now you can go to gg1kstore.etsy.com and get your Walking 1K with Gigi shirt. I just want to thank my dear people, my church member, and also Lynette, because there are different ways that we can help each other out, help a sister out, help a brother out. Oh my goodness. So that fell right into place. So I am going to ride home because it looks like this rain is just not going to let off. I'm going to get the rest of my steps at home. Don't forget to join me tonight for Church School Live. And so thank you for joining me. Y'all stay dry and be blessed. And find out ways, figure out some ways that you can truly be your brother's helper. Be blessed. Stay dry. Bye-bye.